Good morning or good afternoon. My name is Ahmed Shaheed, and I'm delighted to meet you and to speak a little about my work at the kind invitation of my good friend, Professor Brendan McNamara. I am the UN Special Rapporteur on Freedom of Religion or Belief, appointed by the Human Rights Council to serve as an independent expert and to be the eyes and ears of the Council on issues related to freedom of religion or belief around the world. So in this capacity, I recommend measures to promote the right globally, identify existing and emerging obstacles to the enjoyment of this right, monitor state actions or inactions that violate the human rights protections covered by this right, and of course, in all these activities, maintain a gender perspective. I am one of about 50 UN Special Rapporteurs covering either a specific country such as Iran, Myanmar, Eritrea, or Belarus, or with a global remit on specific themes such as discrimination against women, or specific human rights such as the right to privacy or the right to education. The tools we have include sending out urgent appeals to governments to prevent rights violations, or letters demanding remedy if a violation has already occurred, or letters analyzing legislation such as India's Citizenship Act, or new policies such as the so-called Muslim ban under Donald Trump. We also issue press statements expressing concern on situations, or offer guidance, such as what we issued in relation to state obligations and good practice during the COVID-19 pandemic. We also convene consultations and seminars, some of which can lead to guidelines to fill gaps in the normative framework, such as the Rabat Plan of Action offering guidance on how to respond to hate speech. Since your lectures are on religions and human rights, I also want to flag to your attention a document at the UN called the Faith for Rights Framework, which highlights how people of all faiths and none can, based on their beliefs, such as the Golden Rule or belief in human dignity, find pathways to the international human rights framework. I recommend that you read this document. Each year, I submit 2 thematic studies to the UN, one to the Human Rights Council and one to the General Assembly. My reports have covered ways to address rising anti-Semitism and how to ensure gender equality and non-discrimination while promoting the right to freedom of religion or belief. Other reports have covered themes such as countering violent extremism, challenging anti-blasphemy laws, and contestations about the normative framework on freedom of religion or belief. I am currently working on a report on anti-Muslim bigotry and on a report on the freedom of thought in the digital age. A lot of my work over the past 4 years has focused on 3 aspects: challenging hate speech, both online and offline, ensuring gender equality, and addressing systemic discrimination. The protection of the rights of minorities or those in a disadvantaged position is central to my work. One of the most impactful things we as special rapporteurs can do is to undertake country visits, which of course occurs with the consent of the state visited. And some of these visits can result in positive outcomes. As an example, my visit to Uzbekistan 3 years back resulted in the closure of a notorious prison and a series of reforms that have now been acknowledged internationally. Finally, I want to say that I love Ireland and would love to come and visit you in person when the lockdown ends. Good luck with your studies and stay safe. Thank you and goodbye.